What's going on, man? Apparently, I'm having some type of delays with my sound far as what I hear on the PC and here right there. I hope everything syncs up or whatnot. But what's good with you, man? We back here today, man. I'm gonna be mixing some beats to stem format or whatnot, so we can upload them on Beatstars and everything like that. Appreciate you tuning in. Get a little music playing in the background there. So today, I apologize if I'm gonna be all over the place. I am dog ass tired, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Dog ass tired or whatever. But today's goal is get some of these beats I already have tracked out, mixed down, put a little mix on it or whatnot. Nothing extensive, because we're just mixing them down so they can be in stem and we can upload them to Beatstars or whatnot. So that's what we'll be doing today. Just mixing down some beats. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? No special processing going on. I'm not using no hardware to do this. I think hardware is really not needed for beats and stuff like that, especially if you're doing it in stems, doing it for stems, because a 90% chance that they're going to be remixed and re-EQ'd and re-compressed anyway. So you just want it to sound presentable. So that's what we'll be doing here or whatnot. What else? And we will do 3 of them tonight. I got 2 already in queue, and then we'll go in the vault, which is the hard drive, and find one more or whatnot. Some of the instruments may pull up, some of them may not, and stuff like that. But I got a ton of beats in here, man, and I need to get them off my hard drive or whatever. It'll take forever to get them all stemmed out and put them out and stuff like that. But some beats are already sold in there, so it's a lot of different things or whatnot. Just for for a note for anyone out there, you making beats, tuning in, getting new to music production or whatnot, man. Don't be like me and have like over 200 something beats sitting in your hard drive, because over a period of time you may get rid of a VST instrument that has a key sound for that particular beat, and then you have to go back and replay it or recreate that sound, or find a different element for it or whatnot, and you don't want to fall into that trap. So make it a habit where once you finish the session, you basically freeze all the stems, render out all the sounds for those stems, keep the audio. If you can keep the audio, retain that audio, then you have something to fall back on. So if the project file don't come up, if the VSTs don't load because you got rid of them, or you just don't have them no more, or you switch DAWs, for whatever reason, you have the audio. So you have to kind of think old school with it, whatnot. And sometimes, we just get a little comfortable in our own environment, and we just hit the save button and forget about it. But you got to practice that, and that happens to everybody, man, or whatnot. Practice, render down your audio. That way you don't have to worry about that later on. So that's why I'm doing this beat. So that's what I've been doing behind the scenes, is really opening up old beat stems and just tracking them out, just freezing them down or stemming them out or whatever the case may be. And I try to do that on all my beats. I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't, and stuff like that. So it's just been one of those situations or whatnot. But that's advice I would give to anyone out there starting out: and back up your stuff, man. Back up your stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Because you may have sounds on a hard drive, that hard drive may fail. Project sessions may fail. It may not transfer to the other hard drive or whatnot. So back it up 2 times from the original media or whatnot. These little hard drives right here, they may look familiar. Zooming on that. That's a Samsung T5 SSD hard drive, portable. Real good hard drives. Absolutely wonderful. T5 or T7, very good hard drives. However, I discovered this morning watching a video, these little motherfuckers right here, I never knew how a SSD store their storage or whatnot. Well, You know how with a traditional hard drive, you have a little disk spins and everything like that, and that needle is writing the data on that little disk or whatnot. I always wonder how a SSD store data. Well, with an SSD, you have these little circuit board type looking things or whatnot. Okay, if you was to break down a thumb drive, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. And it just depends on what those little circuit drive capacitor looking situations holds a certain amount of storage. You know what I'm saying? So this is a 1 terabyte. It may have, I don't know. Let's see, that's 1,000. Let me do my math for a second. Yeah, that's 1,000 gigs. So, you know what I'm saying, if you was divide that up, maybe it's 250 gigabytes of little circuit boards that's holding data. And within that little capacitor situation, whatever the case may be, it's like a three-dimensional situation. So if you was to look at this room that I'm in right now, you may have project A right here, and then you may have project B behind me, then you may have project C right here. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of stores the data in a three-dimensional situation, and there's a read and write kind of mechanism on here as well. So every time you put your data cable onto this bad boy, which is a USB-C, and you plug that into the computer, that read and write mechanism that you send in millions of files through on a monthly or yearly basis, those millions of files is a read and write mechanism. And that mechanism, from what I learned on these Samsung T5 hard drives, is they fail. So I've been having this T5 for going on 2 years. This is where I do all my video editing on this particular hard drive. This motherfucker may fail. So I'm glad I watched that video, because I had all faith in these SSD drives, especially Samsung's ones. And the guy that I watched the video with, he mentioned that this particular drive failed on him. Sent it to 3 data recovery centers. They could not recover this bad boy right here. Just the way the data is, stored on here, and how it's built and how it operates as a hard drive. So, word to wise, any person that has a SSD drive and you're using this as a main backup situation, warning, don't do that, man. Use the more of a traditional drive, the HDD drive, which is that hard disk drive. And at least what that happens with that is that if that thing is spinning, it's gonna read. You know what I'm saying? And at least you can break open the HDD drive and pull out the disk and recover it. That's the good thing about that. You have a greater chance with this right here, which is very, very hard, especially if it's no physical medium and it's just a three-dimensional type of data storage. So just thought I might share that story right here. If you're using these to back up and this is your mainstay for a backup, don't do that. All right, you know what I'm saying? Back up to the cloud if you have the storage to and the capacity to. Back up on the HDD drive. I have a 6 terabyte G drive sitting right here. I barely use it, and I could probably turn it on in the future. 3 years down the road, it'll fire up, and I can at least read out my back drive. So I'm planning on probably getting another 8 terabyte G drive just to back up shit and just leave it alone, and just utilize these as current drives. That way I utilize it, back it up on that shit on a weekly or monthly basis, and be done with it. But don't get caught with your pants down, because that old greasy meat will get you if you don't have a backup system for your files. I'm being dead honest with you. I done lost data twice in my music career, and let me tell you something, that is a feeling that you do not want to hear. That's almost like your child, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that, but it's almost like a loved one just going away, because that's a lot of work you put in and a lot of stuff that, especially if you're working on some stuff currently and you got to tell a client, hey, I don't have it, you know what I'm saying, because whatever the case may be. But at the same time, I always educate people that come here and they leave their sessions here. You know, if you leave your sessions with an engineer, producer, or whatever, you putting your own project in the risk. So come in a common practice of, you know, if you're going to go to a studio session, and it's not your studio, bring a drive, whether it be a thumb drive, a SD drive, little SD card. Back that motherfucker up on your phone if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Ask the person to upload it to Google Drive, to your Google Drive account. But back up the medium, because as an engineer that work with other people's stuff, I can't guarantee you that one day I come to work on your stuff and this motherfucking hard drive, it's gonna load up and stuff like that. It's almost a breath that you gasping for every time, you know what I'm saying, you fire up your computer and stuff like that. So just make sure you back up your stuff. It's very, very important and whatnot, man. Enough of all that yip yapping, man. And if you made it to this point, man, appreciate your support and stuff like that or whatnot. This is the educational environment on this channel right here. So thought I might blow that in because somebody needed to hear that. Matter of fact, if you're watching this, you need to hear something about backup, period, or whatnot, man. We're gonna get up in here and start mixing some beats. That is my cue. The song has ended and stuff like that, man. I appreciate you tuning into this channel, liking the video, subscribing. You know how to work the YouTube app. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe on this channel right here. You won't be disappointed and stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and mix this beat in Ableton Live. We're just gonna get to work, man. Probably not gonna say too much. I don't have too much of a voice and I don't have too much energy, man. So we're gonna get straight into it. And this wife of mine got the motherfucking heat on like it's goddamn fucking 20 goddamn negative degrees outside. Lord have mercy. Fuck. Shit. Go drink some hot chocolate or something. Lord have mercy. So if I get a little aggravated, man, I apologize. Shout out to you, the highway commissioner. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Shout out to you, big dog. I had to think about that for a second. What's good with you, man? All right, cool, man. We're going to go ahead and slide over here in Ableton Live, man. We're going to get started mixing this beat or whatnot. Man, that's just giving me chills about listening about, you know what I'm saying, backing up hard drives. I think that's a task I'm going to do this weekend. And most of the time I back up hard drives is late at night because it takes a while to do. So once you get in the rhythm and get everything backed up, you know what I'm saying, everything is good or whatnot. All right, cool deal, man. So enough of all of that right there, man. Let's get to work. So basically what we got with this particular track is kind of like a, you know, southernistic type of sound with this. I have some processing on most of the tracks that we have. But you know what I'm saying, it needs to be polished with a little EQ, a little compression there, whatnot. So when I make my beats on the creative side of things, I make sure that the sound is where I want it to be. That way when I come back at a later time, whether it be a week all the way up to a year or whatnot, I know that, you know what I'm saying, the beat, all I have to do is just really apply EQ and compression to it and stuff like that. If I can apply that EQ and compression to that, then, you know what I'm saying, it just makes my it makes mixing a little easier, and I don't have to waste time on trying to have 50 million plugins on one track or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So if you're producing, think about the sound you want that final sound that you're trying to create when you're producing the track. That way, when you go to mix it down, you're saving everybody else, including yourself or another engineer, a whole lot of time, and we don't have to try to find that sound that you so seeking. If that wasn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? It's just an easy workflow, man. And if you really think about it, it's just really common sense. If you want an organ to sound the way that an organ needs to, go ahead and get that organ sounding right. Don't worry about the EQ and compression, because that's common shit that you can find anywhere on a mixer, DAW, you name it. You know what I'm saying? You will be able to fine tune that sound and clean it up and polish it or whatnot. All right, cool deal. So what we got going on is drums. We got a bass. We got a sample. We have a fucking guitar in here. We have a motherfucking I don't even know what the hell this shit is right here. We have a organ sound. We have some other shit and some other shit, some brass. All right, cool. So we're gonna just basically put some stank on it, make it sound a little funky, and move on to the next. All right, and for sure, man. The highway commissioner, man. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, bird dog. All right, let's see what we got. We're gonna go ahead and break down the drums and see what we working up here. So we got the drums on a group, and so I'm gonna stick with a particular sound. So if you're using channel strips, or whatever the case may be, let me get this we'll know back to where it needs to be at. All right, so if you're using a channel strip, I'm a big fan of channel strips, or whatnot. I have a certain sound. I want the sound of the particular beat to be funkadelic, dirty, and southernistic. So I'm gonna go with this Harrison mix bus. This Harrison 32C channel from the mix bus software, and it has a distinct sound, and it, really kind of like tailored to more of a acoustical type of instrument. So we're gonna stick with this throughout the whole process, for us using this as much as possible on each track or whatnot. So we're gonna start with the drums and really kind of process these drums to really get them to hit where they need to be hit. And I think I have this on here already, so we're just gonna double check that real quick. Yeah, we do. If we was to bypass that whole plug-in, this is what it'll sound like. So really what makes this that sound come forward in the mix is the compressor. We'll turn it back on. Not really too much to the EQ. If we were just to turn off the compressor section, you see how that sound just kind of pulls away from the forefront of the mix. Bring it back just like that. The only thing I really did on the EQ is just really bump the low end up at about 180 hertz, about 3 dB. Rolled off the high end, and that's just basically it right there. And I normally change my routing. I got the compressor in front of the EQ, but let me switch that because that's not my normal routing. Here we go. Seems like it hit. Yeah, I like it right there. All right, cool deal. And I'm gonna ask the question for anyone that's watching this on the playback or whatnot. Can you hear compression? A lot of people use the compressor and they get this false representation of compression, and they think, compression is, something that's gonna make something louder. You're correct. 40%. It does make your track louder if you know how to make it louder with makeup gain and stuff like that. But you have to understand, you got to hear compression. Compression is like taking a sound, and you know how you got a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and you got the peanut butter on top, you got the jelly at the bottom, or whatever the hell else you got on that goddamn sandwich. And when you press down on that bread and everything in between that bread, shit comes out of the side of the bread. Just imagine that shit being compression. You know what I'm saying? And then you take that whole sandwich and you throw it in the air. When you throw it in the air, you're basically raising up the volume. That's a short analogy, man. So you have to understand compression when it comes to sound is you're squeezing everything in the drum mix. Kick, snare, hi-hat, percussion sounds, cymbals, overrides, all those sounds you're compressing. You're squeezing it. Everything is in between that bread. And when you squeeze those two breads together, the top bread is ratio and the bottom bread is threshold. Or let me flip that around. The bottom bread is ratio and the top bread is threshold, if you want to look at it that way. And when you squeeze that shit, what's in the middle is compression. And that's what you're hearing. It's going to be a squeezed sound, and you're squeezing dynamics. So a kick drum, you know what I'm saying? If I was to do that right there, basically that sound is going to sound more like a... See what I'm saying? It's not gonna be dynamic. It's gonna be more of a thicker sound, but compressed at the same time. It's just hard to hear. So let me just give you an example, or whatnot. So that's what we got going on about -6 on the dB, as far as negative gain reduction, right? We're gonna bring the threshold down. That's what compression sound like. So you have to kind of go extreme to understand what it is that you do. To me, I call it a backwards workflow. That's how I used to learn before I actually went to school. And that would prompt me to go to school because I was doing a backwards workflow. I was fucking up shit and I had to learn from the mistakes and the bad shit that I was doing. And once I corrected it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And once somebody turned me on about audio school and everything like that, I was like, okay, well, shit, let's learn it the correct way. So that's compression. You don't want your drums to sound like that because we can ultimately turn it up and then see when you getting that type of compression, that's more on that rock, you know what I'm saying? Like rock and stuff like that. You know, a lot of that rock music, a lot of their drum kits are compressed like a motherfucker. It's because they're trying to squeeze out as much energy as it is. Because when you mic like a drum kit, you know what I'm saying, no matter what genre it is, you're gonna have to compress no matter what because you're trying to squeeze all that energy out of those drums because it's very, very, very short transients. So you got a big hit, you know what I'm saying, that big hit like that. But when you get that smack, the waveform goes up and then kind of goes down like this. It kind of goes. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, hip hop where we're using a lot of samples and everything is processed on each one shot where it's kind of like a boom, 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 boom. When you got a big boom, boom, boom like that, what the fuck you need to compress for? You see what I'm saying? So when you have, you know what I'm saying, drum kits that go cha, cha, okay, cool. You compress a little bit and you get more of a cha, cha. That's what compression is. A lot of people don't understand that. They understand, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you have to kind of like listen to it. It's one of those hands-on things and stuff like that. You have to actually put your hands on the compressor to understand it, and stuff like that. Because you could teach it all day long on YouTube and motherfuckers swear they still don't understand it or they don't and they don't know or whatnot. And it's just one of those things that you got to sit down with somebody that really understands it for them to show you. Because I can give you 101 goddamn analogies about it, but people still don't understand compression and stuff like that. So, you know, let's go ahead and reset our damn makeup game. Number one. And so I compressed the fuck out of that drum sample. So we're going to get it back to more of a glued sound. And so this is the desired sound I'm looking for. So as I'm bypassing, I want a very subtle difference between the output gain and the natural gain of the drum kit. Once you get almost like an identical sound for as the compressed sound and what the original sound is right there, and you got a little bit of compression going on, you basically achieve what it is. Everything else in between, for as what ratio you need to use, fast attack release time, or whatever case may be, that's stuff that comes with, you know what I'm saying, that comes with experience and stuff like that. But if you got a compressor and it only gives you ratio, threshold, and output gain, hey man, you winning and stuff like that. That's how you really kind of learn. Everything else kind of falls into play and stuff like that. All right, cool deal. So the drums are already did. We good on that. I think this overhead kit is finalized, so we good on that one. This bass we need to process because ain't nothing on this one. All right, cool deal. So the bass, you can hear it, but it's not defined in the mix. Because this really, when you listen to the bass sound, it's going to be the foundation of the mix. So what we got to do is make that motherfucker come through. You know what I'm saying? Make it come through. So what we're going to do is give that bass. I'm going to listen to it and see what we need to do real quick. So off the bat, I can hear that we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to make it pluck out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Give it a little bit more character and give it a little bit more girth and stuff like that. Yes, I said it. Character and girth. That's what it needs, or whatnot, because again, it's the foundation or whatnot. So we're in guitar rig right now. And see here. So basically, I'm gonna try to find a tone in Guitar Rig, and then what I normally do is once I find something that I like that's gonna go with this mix in Guitar Rig, then I'll go back and I'll switch out all the different components that they have in here. All right, so let's just hit play. I like that right there. That's coming through. I like that. That's it right there. Yeah, I like that right there. All right, cool. So let's pause that right there. We're gonna set up a little loop here. Oh, it does. My partner, Highway Commissioner said it has the New Orleans vibe bounce. I would never know, man. Oh, that's good take on it or whatnot. Now that you say that, I kind of it has that southernistic sound to it or whatever the case may be. Huh, that's very interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. Make you kind of listen to it a little different. So I'm gonna listen to this bass sound. Now I could leave it alone, let it be, do what it do. But if we was to turn off Guitar Rig, I like more of that upfront sound. Seems like it has a little bit too much compression. So we're gonna back off on that. And what I'm going to do is turn off each component. And we're gonna work our way down from there. But before I do, I'm gonna give this bass a little bit of saturation here. So I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm gonna see if this works. Y'all don't laugh at me, but I need to update this subscription. It may not work. Hold on one second here. Let me see here. It may cut your ball. Okay, they ain't cut your ball off yet. All right, cool deal. They only ran that. Yeah. Had to update that card. All right, cool. So we got this direct box. What this is gonna do is just add a little bit of harmonics and a little bit of saturation to this bass sound before we actually go into the Guitar Rig and do what we do. So we're gonna move this before the Guitar Rig, and we're gonna make sure that we got everything off in Guitar Rig. All right, cool. Yeah, we had that whole plugin turned off, and we're gonna put this over here. So this is basically our chain. This plugin first, and then everything else falls in the line. We got this turned off first, so we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of what I like to call a little bit of put a little drink in our cup. This is what the red DI does. So what I did was I'm paying attention to this little red mark here. Oh, excuse me. Forget what I'm saying. Sorry. I'm tripping. That ain't what it is. Alright, cool. Then I'm gonna turn this bad boy guitar on. So we added that red DI plug-in on and stuff like that. My phone is jumping. Let's see here. All right. Let's go ahead and try to compress now. You can see you're already with just a little bit too much compression for your boy. So we're gonna back off on that a little bit. Shoot, didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that either. Just want a little bit of compression, not too much. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how they got there. All right, cool deal. All right, we got the little situation going on right there. Yeah, see this right here. This is whatever this is right here is doing too much. I really don't even need this to be honest with you. So we're gonna move this EQ above that right there. I'm gonna utilize this EQ. All right, cool. Doggone it. Come on, bro. There we go. Take a little bit of that nasty low mid range out right there. Sharpen up the Q bit. There we go. All right, cool deal. So what I did was very light compression, utilizing the 1176 style compressor and guitar rig, SSL like EQ in here. This situation really didn't have to utilize it. Didn't want to utilize it. It just added too much character to the bass itself. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, and then we're gonna work on this cabinet right here. All right, cool. So this cabinet is kind of like a IR situation, a IR styled or IR sampled guitar cabinet. Basically, what that is an impulse response, which is kind of like they sampled the sound of a guitar cabinet, and they have a bass cabinet on here, so we're getting kind of like a cabinet mic that's mic'd up and recorded or whatnot. So that's what we got so far. And we have, I believe, 92% of the cabinet sound and 8% of a sound of a room. So basically, what that is with this IR technology is they'll mic a room. So the room like I'm in right now, we'll take up two mics and we'll just record the ambient sound in there. Same thing with the cabinet; they'll record the impulse response of a particular guitar cabinet. And you know what I'm saying, when they're recording a particular sound, there's a particular impulse response. And with technology and the little hardwares that they use to come up with the IR samples and everything like that, that's what this basically is doing. So you could blend a little bit of room sound with a little bit of cabinet sound and stuff like that. So that's what we got going on right there. Just to explain the process. I'm gonna go ahead and So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and get a utility plug in, and I'm gonna use this just to mono the mix. That way, make sure there's no phasing issues. So you see how when I put it in mono, the bass, basically mono just takes everything in stereo and slap it right there in the middle. The bass was a little bit too loud, so we're going to turn that down. That's why a lot of people say check your mix in mono, because sometimes you be jamming to that 808, that bass, that guitar, you know what I'm saying, that kick, that motherfucker may be too loud. Check your shit in mono, all right? So right there is pretty good. We turned it down maybe 2 dB, and we straight. We'll go ahead and throw that out of mono. That's mono. This is stereo. Hear the difference? All right, cool deal. We're gonna move on to the sample itself. I think we have that. I think I processed the sample already, but I like the way it sounds, just natural. Yeah, let's check it in the mix real quick. Gonna check it in the verse real quick. Gonna bump up the volume just a little bit. Cool deal. That's where we wanted to be at with that one right there. All right, bet. Throw that out of mono. Go back to stereo. So we turned that sample up a little bit, and now we can hear that sample a little bit more in the mix. All right, cool deal. So I'm happy with that sample. Moving on to the next instrument, which is the guitar. We got some work to do on there. Even though I have guitar rig on here, I feel like it could need a little bit more work as far as EQ. Just not liking that tone a little bit. So when I created the guitar part, I just basically came up with the tone and didn't worry about how it sounded overall or whatnot, because I just wanted that particular tone. So now certain frequencies in this guitar is getting on my goddamn nerves. Like it's too, it's a little bit too much of that right there. But it's a good tone. And we got some gigging going on. There we go. So we got that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pair that with the bass and give it a little bit of drums. Cool deal. So There's I love this tone, but there's a frequency I don't like in it. So what I'm gonna do is find where that frequency I don't like. So we're gonna go ahead and unsolo. I'm gonna go ahead and utilize this spectrum analyzer here. Paying attention to this range right here. About right here. I think it's around 700. So I'm gonna take this graphic EQ and right here at 500. Excuse me. Yeah. There's no advanced mode on here. All right, around about 500 is probably my target. Let's see here. You'll hear it because it'll stick out like a motherfucker. There it is. Yep. It's in between 5 and 900. That's why I know it's 700. So I like graphic EQs on guitars because it's just it's the frequency range for us what you're boosting and cutting is certain octaves. So it basically a Q. It's a fixed Q bandwidth. And I like it because it just gives a distinct tone. So I'm gonna start with the 900 that really stuck out before that 500. So just to give you an idea, if you turn off this EQ, you're gonna see how nasal the guitar is. And when I turn on the EQ for us, the cuts I made, I did only cuts, no boosting on this graphic EQ. And when I turn it on, you're gonna hear how that kind of that nasalness of the guitar kind of goes away a little bit. All right, so the EQ is off. All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn the EQ on. Very subtle, but you can see here and how it's affecting. If you throw everything else in the mix, basically you will hear what I'm talking about. That's not where we started at. Kind of just basically what we did was we just kind of used EQ to tuck the guitar back behind the mix just a little bit without actually turning the volume down. So when you're making these mix decisions, a lot of people say, well, it depends on what you like. Number one, let's just get that cleared off. If you work a certain way, you like a certain thing or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying ain't the end all. I'm just gonna clear that up right now. Okay, I mix for my ears purposes and stuff like that, whatnot, but most people probably would have turned that guitar down, say, which is fine and stuff like that. But at the same time, that guitar may cut into another instrument frequency. So that's why I chose the EQ, took certain frequencies out so I could still have my amplitude or the gain of the guitar and really just kind of take out some of those frequencies in the guitar because let's just face it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want phasing issues or whatnot. So let's check this in mono, this guitar in mono and see if we all good there. Now we at a point where that really sounds good. Now let's go ahead and bypass that EQ that we was working on. Now I turned that EQ off and you can hear how that guitar is still piercing through the mix. I'm gonna turn it back on and you're gonna hear the difference. See how that EQ kind of brought that guitar behind the mix a little bit? Now we at a point where we now can turn down the guitar in whole. Turned it down just a little bit, maybe like a dB or so. And we're gonna get out of mono here. Throw this back in stereo. All right, cool deal. So that take care of that guitar right there. All right, we're gonna move on to the next sound, which is whatever this is in pink. Okay, that's another guitar we got right there. Now, this is an old instrument, Heat Up 2. I have this instrument installed on the system just in case I got to pull up old beats, but because I'm on Heat Up 3 now, I had to deauthorize Heat Up 2 or whatnot because it was causing some library issues. So we're just gonna go ahead and flatten, freeze this track and flatten that sound real quick in the arrangement, and we can mix and mangle this instrument however we want or whatnot, man. That's what we're doing. So while that is freezing down real quick, we are there. We're gonna go ahead and flatten, and there he is right there, man. Cool deal. So you can see the audio get flattened right there. We don't have no more guitar, so we can go ahead and process this very comfortably. Let's go ahead and get the 32C channel from Harrison. Go ahead and throw that on there real quick. Go ahead and compress the fuck out of here. We're gonna go ahead and use the leveler on here. Now the leveler is kind of like a optical type of compressor or whatnot, and you adjust the attack time in order to get the appropriate compression that you're looking for. There we go, about right there. That's a nice thickness right there. There we go. And I like my EQ before the compressor. And we got a frequency in there that's killing my ears right now. There it is right there. Around that 2000 hertz range. There we go. Let's bring that in the mix. Got to do a little something here because this don't have any tail. So beforehand, you can see here that when I play it right here, we don't have a tail, and it kind of cuts off. So I'm gonna steal the initial transient right here, and we're just gonna copy that right there. Get rid of this excess right here. There it is right there. We can go to great lengths of fading that out. All right, cool deal. There we go. There it is. Just like that, man. Or whatnot, man. That's why I tell people all the time. If you're getting new to beat production and audio production and all this other stuff, find you a DAW and stick to it, because all this little intricate shit that I'm doing, I don't have to think about what I need to do. I just do it. And when you get to that point with your DAW, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you could be a bad motherfucker and stuff like that when it comes to producing or mixing or whatnot, because you don't have to think about, damn, you know what I'm saying, like, fuck, man, I don't know how to do this. Let me go to the manual. Let me go watch this YouTube video. Let me call somebody. Let me text somebody. Nah, you'll be a bad motherfucker, and what you want your sound or a track to do or plug in to do or whatever the case may be with your DAW. Once you learn that and you stick with a DAW that you like, you don't have to think about it. You just do. And when you start doing, especially in music production and mixing, when you just start doing, the results come and stuff like that. If you're at a point right now where you just recording or you making beats, producing records, mixing or whatnot, and you're not enjoying the process of doing, you still got a long way to go. That's my advice. I've been doing this for 15 years, and just not too long ago, stuff like that, I got to a point where when I do, I enjoy it and stuff like that. And it took a long time. It took more than 5 years. Right up to that 10-year point, that's where I kind of got to a point where it's like, I can actually do this and not really worry about, you know what I'm saying, worry about the technicalities or what I need to do in the DAW. I can do it and enjoy it and have fun. Okay, so if you ain't at that point, be real with yourself and understand you still got a journey to go down. All right. I'm gonna turn that guitar up a little bit. I'm gonna check that guitar in mono. So this pink guitar right here, this little audio, we're gonna check that in mono real quick. All right, cool deal. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that these two guitars is not clashing together, or whatnot. I get this question all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how you can not make two instrument clash or whatnot. Put your shit in mono. Mix in mono. That's how you can determine, because when you're mixing in mono, it's two things you got to worry about. The EQ or the tone of the instrument. And also the volume of the instrument and where you got the pan placement. Because when you turn a pan while you mixing in mono and you turn the pan knob, that actually kind of shifts the amplitude of where it needs to be stacked up in the mono mix. And also the volume also makes a very, very good determining factor on, you know what I'm saying, phasing issues or whatnot. Phasing is like everything is kind of stacked on each other and they're canceling each other out. So I'm listening to these two guitars and in mono, just so I know that we're not having any phasing issues. And if I can hear the two guitars separately, then we have a good separation between the two. All right, now I can hear those two very clear. Of course, they're only two solo, but when I put it in the mix, this is how you know you're gonna have a problem or not. So that pink guitar is a little bit too loud, or it's causing a little bit of phasing. And that other guitar needs to come up a little bit. Play it one more time. Now, when I play it back in stereo, you're gonna see those guitars is like, yeah, they separated, and I really don't have panning on them. So if I pan these two guitars, they really gonna stick out in the stereo mix. I'll put them in mono. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. So right now, they kind of stacked up on top of each other in center position on the pan knob. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put those in separation a little bit. All right, so I panned those guitars. We're gonna see how they sound in the mix. Throw that mix in mono again. All right, here we go one more time. Now you can hear that peak guitar needs to come up a little bit. You know why we have to turn that peak guitar back up? Because we panned it and it kind of like got out of phase, or you really can't hear it. So with mono also too, you'll learn that, hey, you know, if you pan an instrument, you have to kind of pick it up so it can be present in that mono mix. Because the mono mix could be that one DJ that only brought that one speaker with his cheap ass, stuff like that. So you got cheap DJs now. I've been noticing this when I work events. So on the videography side, you got some DJs, they bring one speaker. So you really kind of like, if you're a producer, your mix not right, it's going to come out on that one speaker. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what mono is just imagine you got one speaker. You got to get the sound right. That boy, because when you put it on a two-dimensional system, oh my God, it sounds good. So that's why you always check your mixes in mono. There we go. I like that right there. Throw that mix out of mono here. All right, cool deal, man. So that's where we at right now. We're gonna go ahead to this organ. I already know this organ needs some EQ treatment, whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put a loop around this organ. Orange track right here. So that's our organ right there. We are using this plugin from Studio One. Yes, you can use plugins from Studio One if you buy it. Whatnot, man. This is the rotary plugin. I was using IK Multimedia rotary plugin for a long time, and I started not liking the sound of it. It didn't have an authentic sound, and it was kind of flat. This one from Studio One has more of a three-dimensional sound to it, more realistic, and it sounds dirty. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like that Leslie organ you find in that Baptist church, you know what I'm saying, a half a mile down that dirt road in the middle of the woods. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, you know what I'm saying? My grandpa used to be a good old Southern Baptist pastor or whatnot, so if anything, I know what an organ sound like. Stuff like that, man. And stuff. So you want that Leslie to sound real authentic or whatnot, man. So I thought Studio One has the best rotary plugin out there right now. But you see how kind of flat it sounds? So we really need to bring that out with EQ. The unfortunate part about this particular plugin is it doesn't have EQ function like IK Multimedia does. It has a built-in EQ or tone situation in there, so we're gonna have to bring that out. I like the sound. I don't want to color the sound too much, so we're gonna use the stock compressor in here, and let's use this stock compressor right here. Let's see, right here. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna use a channel EQ here. Let's play that in the mix. All right, cool. So what I was trying to figure out if I wanted to toggle the high pass filter off and take out the 80 hertz in there, but I feel like it was muddying up the mix a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. We're gonna go to this another heat up two sound right here. Actually, let me check this organ one more time. Yeah, all right. So that organ is where we want it to be at in the mono mix. Go ahead and get out of that mono mix real quick. All right, let's go back here. Let's see what the sound is right here. That's a string sound. Let's see here. So this organ and this string sound, they have to get along with each other in the stereo field. So uh, let's go ahead and choose those two, and let's make it work. All right, like that. Let's go ahead and throw this in mono. Cool deal. I can hear that. I want the string to really kind of like you. Basically, you don't know there's a string in there because it's adding a harmonic. It's adding a harmonic flavor to the hook or whatnot. So we good. We Gucci on that. I like that right there. We're gonna continue rocking on and shit like that. We're gonna go ahead and freeze this track and flatten it. That way we have the sounds committed when we do the stem bounce and everything like that, man. Um, Whatnot. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, we got that right there. And we're gonna flatten. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got audio there. We got a contact sound right here. So we got our brass sounds. And we're gonna go ahead and group these brass sounds, by the way. So I don't have this on stereo pan mode, so that's what I want to do. So what we're going to do is, why the hell? Thinking about something here. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do a stereo pan mode there. We're to the right about 5%. So we're gonna do that, and 25% here. So what I'm doing is taking these two brass sounds and splitting the stereo mode, and we're just kind of recreating the stereo sound feel. All right, we got some serious audio issues going on here. So when I switched it from regular pan mode to stereo pan mode in Ableton Live, it opens up the sound a little bit more. Give it kind of like a little bit stereo spread, just a little bit. But it opens up the sound a little bit more. That way you get the full true stereo sound out of your instrument or your sound source. So we're going to group those two tracks together, and we're going to process those two tracks simultaneously. All right. And we're going to just rename that brass. All right, cool deal. And then I'll go up here and rename this other group here to drums. All right, cool. Right there. Bet. All right, cool. We are good there, and there, and there. All right, this is the last time we have to process here. We want to go ahead and get that 32C Harrison plug-in here. I'm going to drag that on top of that. All right, and we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of, we're going to move our routing EQ before the compressor. I'm going to go to the leveler compressor and compress like that. All right, and here we go. All right, so we got to find that that particular that tone, that mid range of the brass. Let's open up back our spectrum meter here. Right there. There we go. And I'm exactly sure why my plugin, why my computer is running slow as fuck. And I think I know why. Got Cosmos running in the background. It's trying to find some sounds in the background. And it may be this plugin right here too. This is a very, very high usage plugin here. We've been using it. Let's play it in the mix. Oh, I got a viewer. Shout out to my one viewer. Appreciate you. cool. I'm gonna bring up the top end of this brass sound a little bit. Got a very, very, very steep roll off here. Yeah, you can see that. See how this roll off is kind of like start losing a lot of brightness right up in this. Looks like it's the doggone shit. Fuck. Let me play it again. And right about, it's really bad, about 9,000. So we'll set that on 9,000 and boost it up a little bit. You can hear that little spit coming out of the brass. Yeah. Trust me, I know what a brass sounds like. I got a trumpet right behind me. I'll play that for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Got a little chops left. You know what I'm saying? But now we're bringing out some of that spit. But I think we need to go in a little bit more on the high end. There we go. Play that in the mix real quick. Alright, now that sound is definitely I think it's a little bit too loud in the mix. So what we're gonna do is there we go. Alright, and we're gonna have to turn that down. Yeah, we're going to turn that down there. I'm gonna put it in mono real quick. See how that brass is way too loud? We can hear it in the mono. Again, I reiterated throughout this whole stream is mix in mono. You'll definitely find out what's too loud and what's too soft. As soon as my compuder want to do what it do. Look like we're running into technical difficulties. So hopefully this, yeah, there we go. All right, this would be a good idea to go ahead and save this track right now because I'm streaming, and let me just pause Cosmos running in the background here. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. This motherfucker is so this is Cosmos. It's running in the background. It's trying to read some, analyze and tag some one shots in the background. Is it done? I don't think it's done. Oh, it is done. Okay, cool. So it's done. Shit, well, we Gucci. I thought it was still reading or whatnot, but I don't see the little pod thing or whatnot. So. Yeah, it's done. I see my samples count right here at the bottom. I got a video, by the way. I'm gonna try to put a card up here for people. Well, up there in that other corner right there. Yeah, it's gonna be a card. I'm gonna put after in this live stream. I did a like a little overview of this free plugin. It's a free plugin from Waves. But it'll take all your one shots that you have. And it'll take all your one shots that you have, and it'll put it like in this little universe of audio samples. And you can slide your mouse across it, and you can find samples without actually looking at the words. And sometimes when you look at the words, it gets a little daunting or whatnot. So you can slide your mouse across and find samples, add it into your drum sampler or whatever, and get busy. It's just an inspirational tool. But we're gonna close out of that because it's using up a lot of my CPU. Go ahead and exit out of that. We're going to exit out of this right here. And we're going to exit out of this right here. Just open up our process a little bit more. I hate background processing. If you don't know what that is. So if you go to this little bottom right part of your CPU, especially if you're on a Windows system, there's a lot of things running in the background. When you install different things like goddamn, different things, applications or whatnot that require background processing. and it just runs in the background. And if you're doing a lot of mixing or whatnot, you have to just manually turn all of that shit off that you're not using. So save me up on a little bit of CPU, and I can see the performance already 10 times better. All right, so let's go ahead and get this right. All right, cool. I like where that's at volume wise. Let's check in the stereo. And I think that's it, folks. There's a nice separation between when we checking in mono. There's a nice separation between the brass and the guitars, which is all in this particular hook or chorus section of the arrangement, right? And so when I check it in mono, that's what I'm checking for. We think we got a little bit too much mid-range, so let's back off on that. All right, on the loop, we're going to take it out of mono, go back to stereo. All right, cool deal, man. So we good. We Gucci. We all the way straight. All right, cool deal. So what we're going to do now, because I had this track already tracked out and everything, I'm gonna get rid of that brass process. I don't want to because I think this track is where it needs to be at. Let me check the ending real quick. If it is, then we'll just go ahead and flatten out those brass sounds and save us some CPU sources as well. Yeah. Well, I think we're done. That's just the hook part. So we're gonna flatten, freeze the two brass sounds, and we freeze those tracks, and then we'll flatten them out. And then we're gonna move on to another track or whatnot. I'm not gonna do the 2-bus processing on here. I'll do that at a later time. I really want to kind of upload these tracks for the weekend. The next beat, I'm not gonna do a lot of talking. I'm just gonna really work and run through. And I'm gonna go in on this particular stream right here. Whatnot. Nobody's not accompanying me. Whoever that one person is, I think I know who you is. What's happening with you? All right, cool deal, man. If I don't know you, what's happening with you? So as that is freezing right now, let me see what happened. I try to stay up on my. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Audio mix. No, not audio mix. Yeah, audio mix. It's a plugin from AudioFi. It's a audit plugin manufacturer, and they updated their plugin. It's called Audio Mix, and what it is that you can kind of check your mix in more of a realistic environment. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys, and you can see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and flatten these two tracks here real quick. So basically, when you're freezing and flattening tracks in Ableton Live, you take the MIDI and you make it audio. Save you a whole lot of processing, but you got to make sure that, hey, I love my performance part, which is the MIDI. I love the way it sounds. You commit it to audio, and every time you pull up your session, you ain't got to worry about it reading a plugin, where it is sound at on your sound library. No, it just pull up, man. And this is a practice I started doing a couple of years back, and it's been really saving my ass when it comes to pulling up whole beats that I haven't really tracked out yet. Yeah, so we good right there. Now these drums, let me check these drums real quick. Feel like we need a little bit more top end on those drums here. Let's check this out. ahead and utilize the bill. Yeah, right there. All right, let's play it in the mix. I'm gonna boost it up from there. There we go. Yeah. It's all about that transition from the hook into the verse. And when you when you really listen to the high end or whatnot, I kind of want to feel that dynamic or whatnot. So when you're mixing, you again, that's what I told you. Like, you have to know your dog. You have to know how to mix and know what plugins you're using. Because when you go from hook to verse to fucking bridge back to the hook, you got to feel those dynamics. And that's where you can't really think about, oh man, I didn't turn up 1 dB. I didn't turn up the high shelving on that. No, it's just, you know what you need to do. You need to boost up the high end, do what you got to do, and you feel that dynamic. Once you feel it, and it's a personal connection with music and your soul. Once you feel it in your soul and you feel like, ooh, and it feels like hair raised up on your skin or whatnot, that's when you know you made the right decision. I'm just telling y'all, I've been doing this for a long time. When you know you make that right decision, you just feel something tingle on your skin, whatnot, or whatever the case may be. Now that's for people that got a passion for music. Now, if you in this shit for the money, then you probably you can't relate with what I'm talking about. So, but you will feel some type of vibe that take over your body, and that's when you know you made a good conscious decision on the sound or whatnot. So we got this track where we need to be at. I'm gonna do a one. Let's listen from the intro to about where the middle of the verse is, and then we'll move on to the next track. Because my computer is starting to act crazy for whatever reason. All right, cool. There, that's enough I gotta listen to right there. All right, we'll do the 2 bars process, and for the sake of the 2 track, a little bit later on. That's just basically the stem. So just to kind of give you a little overview of what that. Once I get to this point right here, I'll go ahead and stem everything out, and then I'll come back. Once I get everything in a stem, I'll come back and then put like a little mastering on it or whatever the case may be, and that'll be a beat that I'll email somebody out to or upload on Beatstars and be done with that process right there. All right, so that's 1 track right there. It only took me an hour, a little bit less than an hour, because the first 20 minutes I was running my motherfucking mouth, stuff like that. So this next track, I'm not gonna say too much. We're just gonna do what we do, or whatnot. So we're gonna load up this one right here. And I want to make sure that I collect all and save. So if you are able to live user, collect all and save will save your life. If you do anything audio, whether you record audio and able to live, you freeze tracks and you flatten them. You brought in an audio sample. You brought in a 1-shot. If you bring anything audio into your project and able to live, don't hit save. Don't save live as. Collect all and save. What that does is it collects all your information files from anywhere, files from all projects, files from all user libraries, sample packs, factory packs, everything that came into that project folder is going to save all of that information inside that folder right there. That way, when you open it back up, everything will load back up and work perfectly. And it's also taking all of that data, and it's kind of like, okay, we're going to put this in the samples folders. We're going to put this in the imported folders. We're going to put this in the exported folders. We're going to remember this data file, where this location at, to pull from that particular hard drive letter and stuff like that. That's what it does. All right, cool deal. So it's finished right now. I'm going to go ahead and open up this next beat. Whatnot, man. Let's see who winning. It had some good games on. Today is Thursday. No, the good games was on last night, man. Shout out to the Lakers, man. Even though they down one player, they did that thing, man. I'll be honest with you. Look like we got an iCloud problem here. Hopefully not. While that is loading up, man, hopefully it does load up. Oh, we are missing some sounds here. Well, I be motherfucking damn. Let's see what we got going on here. I got a whole bunch of plugins that are missing. Whoa, what is the fuck? All right, so we got a lot going on here. Let's see what the fuck we got going on. Let's see here. Okay. I see what's going on. All right, let's hit play and see what we got. Damn, we ain't got shit. Oh, because we got this solo. All right, let's try that again. I'm listening because I don't remember this beat. I pulled it up the other day, but I just pulled it up just to see if it upload. But I don't remember this shit. That's a damn shame too. But they give us something fun to fuck around with. Heat up 3. Trying to see if we got anything we need to. Oh shit. We need a break right there. Oh yeah, we're going back to Cali on that one right there. I ain't never been to California, man. Real talk. That's just some side information while I get ready to do what we do. Never been to California, bro. Like, I need to go. The only time I've been to California was in the military out there at it's a goddamn fort in the middle of the Death Valley and shit like that. And it was hot as fuck out there, man. Oh my God. But Fort Irwin, California. Yeah, that's the only time I've been to California. Never really went on some leisure, man. I want to really go out there, man. But whatnot. That's on my bucket list. Visit LA and stuff like that. San Francisco, or whatnot. San Diego, I heard is pretty nice too. But that's just, cause the beat sound like California. That's why I said that. All right. Anyway, I heard a break right here. Let's see what we could do with that real quick. We got it like a little. Where's that bitch at? All right, cool. Right there. That's what's the fuck going on right there. So these little shakers and tambourines, you gotta go. We'll move those up underneath that right there. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see where is a good point to mute those little bitches. Bring that back. All right, cool. Let's bring it mute about right here. we'll take it out right there. Take this middle part right. There we go. Bring it back. Take these glasses off. Give me a headache. Yeah, nice little break right there. I actually need to listen to this because just to make sure that the drums are broken down. We got a vibe going on right now. We need to mute all the drums right there. Alright, cause that's a weird breakdown. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about, but if we mute all the drums right there, that'll kind of establish that we're going into some type of fucking verse. I don't know. Yeah, shit. Let's do it anyway. God damn it. Alright, go ahead and take that part out right there, cause it's weird. Like, yeah, something else need to come out right there. Right there too. Take that little part out. Whatever that. Yeah, that shit right there need to come out. All right, let's play it at the end of that hook. Yeah, there we go. Of course, it didn't help because I had it muted. Let's do it one more time. All right, cool. Now we got too much of a bounce right here on those drums. Yeah, it's too much of a bounce. We got to break that down a little bit more. All right. Yeah. What the fuck I used on here? What the hell? I like them drums. Okay. All right. Joker beats. All right. Cool. I'm about to remember that. Yeah, that motherfucker be coming through in the clutch. All right. Goddamn shit. We gotta have to mute these drums. Gotta cut a little part in and out here real quick. Let's go ahead and do a little cut here, there. All right, and okay, I like that. Yeah. That was good. Good decision there. All right, cool. It seems like all those particular drums gonna need a cut right there in the same spot. So right here, right there, and let's try that one more time. Yeah, I like that right there. That's different. So now you go into the verse. Whatever the fuck kind of drop that was, I don't know. Apparently I was feeling something when I tracked that bitch out. Man. I shouldn't have drunk that coffee, man. But I needed to wake the fuck up. Otherwise I would have been asleep for like 16 hours. Sheesh. With that right there. Okay, so we got some shit missing here. What the fuck? All right, let's see here. Yeah, we need the bass line to get funky right there, bro. Can't take that bitch out. Yeah, what I was tripping on. They use the bass line right there. And we'll just fade it out from there. All right, cool. I think we good, man. Let's go ahead and I think the channel strip I'm gonna use and everything just sounds real good. I don't have to too much do any work on it or whatnot. So we're gonna use the SSL 9000J, very light on my CPU or whatnot. So we're gonna process everything through there. I think I have a drum bus here. Yeah. I'm gonna start with this drum bus, get the drums hitting right. Go ahead and rename that real quick. Whatever weed I was smoking that day, that bit. I don't do West Coast tracks, but I mean everything mid here. Yeah, that bitch slapping like for real. Yeah, real talk. That's nice. I like that. Different. I think we're gonna go with a 4000G on the drums. Just give it a forward push, and then we'll do the instruments in the 9000J function or whatnot. I hate it when my wife texts me and talking about, do I have your earbuds? The fuck I don't. I got my own earbuds. She always try to keep up with me. Try to be like Mike or be like Richie Rich or whatnot. And then when something come missing, do you got it? You got it confused? Nah, I ain't got no shit confused. What the hell you mean? Alright, all right, cool deal. Oh, she ain't listen. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and process these drums real quick. We don't need no heavy processing on no heavy compression on these drums. I think they're hitting pretty good. I like that right there. We're gonna get a little squeeze on the compression, just a little squeeze. Waiting on Snoop Dogg to come out of that door behind me. Say, cuz. Oh, Uncle Snoop, man. I'm just clowning around, man. I'm just joking. Let's see here. Utilities. If I'm not talking, I apologize, y'all. I'm just trying to get this done up out the way. I thought I was gonna have to do 3 tonight, but I think this is the last one. I already got 3 in queue, so I'm pretty much met my quota for the week. After I finish mixing this one down, but just trying to get everything lined up. I had that gate on that compressor, yeah. All right, so what you're seeing right now is that TMT technology and a lot of virtual noise. So this plugin right here produces noise. When you want to know your plugin is producing noise, if you use Ableton Live, pull up the Spectrum plugin, which is the Spectrum Analyzer, and you'll know, okay, this plugin is introducing a lot of noise in your signal. This is at its default position, and you see all of that. That's all low level noise. You can't hear it, but because it's like negative 152 dB, so you can hear it a little bit, but it's almost inaudible. But it does affect the overall mix if you start to use like 24 of these plugins. Then that sounds start stacking on top of each other. So it goes from negative 152 to negative 96 to negative 60 to negative 48, and then you start hearing that in your mix, and you don't want that. So we're going to turn down the virtual gain, and you'll notice that now we have almost absolutely no noise on the signal, and I'm going to keep it that way. All right, cool. Then let's go ahead and add some EQ here. Got a nice little bump right there. About 154. All right, at this point, I'm gonna start mixing off of a vibe. All right. Yeah, I like that, boy. Yes, sir. Feel like that kick drum could be a little thicker there. Where the kick drum at? Yeah, we need some thickness on that kick drum. Thick on there. Let's see. Put a little sub filter on that. All right, before we do that, let's see where we at. Nice little bump right there. All right, cool. So 42. So basically, I'm gonna put a little thickness on that little resonant situation right there. You hear that kick drum right here? We're gonna put a little sub harmonic boost on this 48 hertz little situation right there. Give it a little pump, little boost right there, man. Little resonance. All right, let's play it in the mix. There we go. All right, play that in the mix. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? All right, there we go. Go ahead and move this right underneath those drums. God damn. All right. Get your ass right there. All right, one more time. All right, there we go. I like that bass where it's at, so we're gonna we're gonna side chain that bass. That way we make room for the kick. All right, because it feel like that kick is starting to creep into the bass area for its frequency, and we want to make sure both of them can play together nicely. Baby, you know what? I really want to get like a acapella. I know it's gonna take a while, but that old 1, 2, 3 into the 4. That'll sound nice. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre is at your door. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this definitely West Coast for sure. Let's stay focused. All right. Let's get this kick side chain in this bad boy right here. Together. It's track number 6 here. Alright, so we're using the sidechain EQ filter. I got it on the low pass filter. And I'm going to use the Q bandwidth to boost up the resonant frequency. So we get that knock. You can hear that knock coming through with the kick, right? All right, and then that knock, that right there, that's going to be the signal that's going to duck down the bass. I had to do a whole video on that because a lot of people, man, you missing out on something really wonderful on that one right there, man. All right, we're going to take our knee and put it from 6 dB to 0 dB. I really want the compression to kick in real quick. I want a good, nice little elbow on that compression. I think I like that right there. Let's take that out. Put it on my ratio. My favorite ratio to sidechain in this particular form and fashion is that 3-to-1. And we're going to just get a very, 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 very fast attack. And just to see our reaction on the compressor. All right, we're going to take this off of auto release. And what I want is that gain reduction to kind of dance just like the drums. So the drums are like boom. Now you want that gain reduction to kind of represent the dancing of those drums. And stuff like that. So if you got too much release on the compressor, this is what's gonna happen. And what's gonna happen is when you sidechain that bass, you're not gonna get that natural ducking feeling. You know what I'm saying? So you want the drums to breathe while it's sidechaining the doggone bass line by using low pass filter to bring out the kick. So it can kick it or whatnot, and we still got too much going on here. Cause you can still, if we was, so we did isolate that low end a little bit more. Just like that. All right, bring that back. All right, cool. Bring in the sound for the bass. We don't have any, so we have to wait. Hold on, we should be hearing it. What the fuck? Why the fuck I'm not hearing my sound, bro? Let me see what's going on. I got the goddamn listening. The listen. I had the listen button engaged. All right, there we go. Let's get busy. We'll turn the solo, the drums, and the bass line. There we go. It ain't ducking like I wanted to. There we go. A little tricky. Alright, that's because we have that release. Forgot to adjust it. We have that release at about a half a second. We're gonna bring that down tremendously. And you're gonna notice that them drums gonna get in and out for side chaining that bass. There it is. So right now we're at about 17 milliseconds on the release time. And you'll notice that the kick drum is gonna be like, bitch, sit your ass down. That's what it's gonna tell the bass. Right there. Alright, cool. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, cool deal. Let's check this mix in mono. Right now, let's go ahead and cut all these plugins that didn't load up correctly. Alright, and we're gonna get another let's get another utility plugin so we can just check this in mono. There we go. Alright, let's put that there. We got good separation, very good separation off the bat. Yes, sir. That bass is hitting. I ain't got to do nothing to it. I don't want to do anything to it. I'll check that real quick. That bitch go hard right there. Let's check it in. Let's check this mix in the hook section. Yeah, we good, man. I can hear it. It's not too overpowering, but this one sound that little. Yeah, that bit go hard right there. That's the dancer right there. Now we got a missing open hi-hat that is not in the drum bus. Yeah, your ass, you in the wrong spot there, buddy. Let's move you on the drum bus. There we go. All right, let's play. A little bit too loud. Turn it down a little bit. We got some whistles going on. We need to bring the whistles out. Wherever those goddamn whistles at, I gotta find them in that hook. We good on that right there. We can move on to this track right here. We ain't got much in this one. This little whistle. Let's see what this whistle working with. Oh, that's the whistles right there. Okay, let's turn them bitches up. Yes, sir. All right, cool deal. We still mixing the mono, by the way. Now, when I take this out of mono, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I've been saying it all stream. Mix in mono because it does wonders and stuff like that, man. For real. All right, so that's the whistles. Let's see what this one is right here. Oh, that's the piano. Those pianos sound weak. They sound weak. They need some milk. They need some milk. Yeah, they need some milk, man. I really don't feel like fucking with compression and EQ, but fuck it, let's do it. Shit, let's get on it. Let's see here. We're gonna go to the SSL 9000J from Plugin Alliance. I'm gonna use that. If I can find that bitch. There we go. All right, we're gonna throw it on this one right here. We're gonna turn on the virtual noise on here. Matter of fact, I have a preset. Oh shit, I forgot we're not in Studio One. Ableton Live. They don't believe in working with presets with this particular instrument, so we're gonna just come up with our own thing. It's all good. All right, we already got some compression going on. Turn on. Yeah, we're compressing like a motherfucker. We was in peak mode. Excuse me. We was in peak mode on this particular compressor with this plugin now 1000J. You have two different type of compressor modes with this plugin. You have peak and then you have RMS. RMS is going to be a little bit more smoother for keys, vocals, guitars, and stuff like that. Peak mode is basically for your drums, anything that has a heavy transient that you want to compress really, 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 really good. And we still got a lot of signal coming in, so we're gonna turn down the incoming signal here. Yeah, there we go. Because I have the threshold I have the threshold all the way down, and yeah, it's just a lot of signal coming in. So we're gonna turn on the input gain. Wanted to make up that gain. There we go. Let's play it back a little bit more. All right, we got some muddiness going on. Oh yeah, we Gucci, bro. Yeah, it's fitting in the mix perfect. Yeah, we don't need to go there. We need to go to this the low frequency section. Put it in bill mode. That part right there. All right, we're gonna keep it in bill mode. Let's put it right here. Take it out of solo. Yeah, I heard it open up. Yeah. See how it's kind of thick? A little unnatural. There we go right there. Just took out some of that low end. Let's see if we can brighten this up a little bit. Right there. Go. There we go. Solo there one more time. Bring up that top end a little bit. All Yeah, solo. All right, cool deal. There we go, right there. All right, let's take it out of. Actually, let me see what these other two sounds are. That's that one right there, and that one right there. It's kind of like a guitar sound right there. Yeah, it's a guitar. All right, we want to throw this out of mono, put it back in stereo. Let's listen to the whole loop in mono. Now we're gonna throw it in stereo mode right now. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna go back in mono. Feel like that bass is a little bit too overpowering. Turn down that bass a little bit. Alright, we're gonna go back to stereo. Yes, sir. We need to make that a little bit more realistic. That's kind of like a virtual instrument with a guitar patch. Want to make that a little bit more interesting. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull up guitar rig here. I like the tone of it, but we need the realistic. So we might run it through a cabinet and see what we can get out of here. Come on, man. There we go. And as soon as that load up, whatnot. There we go. Let's see. It's kind of like an alternative vibe, so we're just gonna bring in this one preset, and then we'll edit that preset. That's what I like to do with guitar rig. Edit preset. Take out anything we don't like. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Yeah, buddy. I gotta be careful. Just whatever that was a fucking CPU hog, like a biatch. God damn, bro. Alright, so let's take a smart approach here. Cause I don't want this bitch to kind of fry out or whatnot. Let's just build our own sound. How about that? Yeah, cause that motherfucker tripping, bro. So let's do this real quick. I do know I want a cabinet in here, so we're gonna go and check out a cabinet. So let's go to cabinets. We're gonna do Match Cabinet Pro. All right, and we'll just go ahead and choose like a let's see. I like the tone of that. And what we're doing is we're blending that IR response with the room response. And we like a 60-40 blend right here. I like that right there. And now what I want to do is add a little distortion in here. Yeah, that definitely ain't gonna help right there. I just want a little bit, man. A little fuzz. Okay. Little lo-fi right there. Now let's add a little bite to that. Actually, let's not add a little bite. Let's add a little dirt to that. So basically what I'm doing is just shaping up the sound of the guitar. Blend in this processor right here. Alright, let's play that in the mix. Yeah, so alright, so this digital lo-fi took away the sound. I didn't want that to happen, so those two right there should be good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, sir. That's what I was looking for right there. All right, cool deal. So we just kind of like did our own little thing right there. So we're gonna solo those two together because nothing's panned in this mix. Everything is up the center. So we're truly listening in mono right now. At this point right here. So let's pan these two. All right, I'm gonna add a delay via the guitar rig component here as soon as you want to act right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add a delay echo type of situation. Let's go with the shit. Let's go with tape echo here. See what we can get out of this bad boy right here. All right, there we go. Let's play that one more time. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I like the psychedelic of it, but it's just really not tickling my fancy there. Let's go with this one right here. Yeah, I want something a little bit more present. Tap, 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 tap. So I'm tapping the delay in. Yeah. Let's go back, take that off. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, I like that right there. Let's play that with the. All right, cool deal. Let's. that off a loop. And I think that's it. That's all we got in this beat right here. Let's check this one sound one more time. Gonna bring out that delay on this heat up 3. Let's go to effects. Yeah, I thought something was tripping. The pitch bend for some reason. There we go. Yeah. All right, let's throw this in mono. Check where we at. Like that, I like that. All right, let's go ahead, go into that hook and do some volume adjustments on that guitar and that. For some reason it keeps jumping back. I'm gonna have to check that to see if we got anything weird going on with the modulation there on that particular track. I don't know why the fuck it's doing that shit, but god damn it. Check that one more time. Oh yeah, I know why. It's got like a little tape stop effect to it. Cool, we're gonna get out of mono for a second. When we come out of there, feel like we're doing a hyphy or something like that. Let's bring that down. We don't have no distinction coming out of that. I don't even think we need this section right here. Yeah, we can take that whole goddamn section out right there. We don't need that shit. Alright, Control Shift X. Bam. That'll push everything, slam it all together and whatnot. Control Shift X. I want another. Yeah, let me show you. So once you highlight all your clips, just do Control Shift X, and you see everything close together. And take that deleted part out and slam everything together. Now we need to get some delays going on those whistles right there. Alright, and what I want to do is I'm gonna keep a backup of that particular wow wow. Alright, because every time it goes here, we having some weird shit going on. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm gonna have to freeze that. So let's go ahead and just freeze that track, and we're gonna flatten that because we Gucci. Actually, you know what? Hold on one goddamn second. Hold on one second. Yeah. We can go ahead and do that. I thought I had a plug-in on there. So we're gonna go ahead and freeze that sound. Hopefully, it will retain the original sound, and we can go ahead and that'd be one less thing we got to worry about on the processing side of things. Earl Paul, what's good with you, boy? What's going on with you, man? Look, man, this dude right here. Yeah, that dude right there, man. Yeah, that's the guy right there. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Earl Paul. What's good with you, boy? All right, cool. So, let's see here. Let's hopefully our tone is where it needs to be at right now. Um, cool. It did it. Good. Have faith in your freeze and flattens. All right. Ah, damn. Let's go back. Flatten it. There it is. All right, cool deal. So we good, man. All right, bet. Everything is sounding good so far. Except for that right there. I want to tighten that up a little bit. I'm gonna show you another trick here. We can use gate to tighten that up a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and look up VMR. Yeah, VMR right there. We're gonna get the Slate Digital VMR, and we're gonna use the gate function in there. And goddamn, if my eyes can find it, I had to take them glasses off, give me a little headache there. Shit, nigga getting old, bro. Getting old. We're gonna use the gate and module in the virtual mix rack. What I want to do is tighten that gate up. It's got some reverb on there, and it's awesome. Not a problem. But what that reverb is doing is it's making that bass sound a little bit loppy in the mix, loopy. You know what I'm saying? A little lopsided there. So we're gonna utilize a gate in here, and we'll be able to tame that right there. So as you can see, that's the full signal, right? You hear that reverb they have in there? I kind of want to tighten that up and take the ends off of it. Now, I can do that. I can manually go in there and chop off all of that shit, but I ain't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? That's niggas with time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's motherfuckers that work full time in their music career. I don't. So I'm going to utilize gate. I'm a tool dude or whatnot. So we're going to utilize the gate, and we're going to try to chop off the ends of that right there. And you can start hearing it right there where we have the gate all the way, you know what I'm saying, affected. And it's taking the full signal. And it's trying to cut off the ends. So what we have to do is play around with the attack and the release times. All right, let's play that one more time. All right, so if you don't know nothing about this plugin, you have a different type of release slope. There's these three little buttons right here, right? It's kind of like a fade, you know what I'm saying? The slope of a fade. I want a slope that's going to get in and get out, you know what I'm saying? Hit the pussy and get out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going a short slope. I like them analogies I'll be giving y'all, right? So we want a very fast slope, something real quick, and then we can adjust that release time. That's going to tighten up that sound, like boom, 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 boom. I want something a little short. So if I have it like a release time at 5 seconds, you're going to get the whole bass sound, right? But if you shorten up that release time now, all right, cool. Now what we do is once we establish that release time, because we got a very fast attack, we can back off on the attack, and now we can get that open and close feeling that we want. Right, and that's due to we have the threshold at a certain point and also the ratio. So we got to play with these, the range. We're gonna go ahead and go with like a 60 dB range, and then we're gonna play around with this ratio here. All right, cool. Should be good. Should sound a little shorter in the mix. See how it's kind of closed in a little bit? Now that bass got a little bounce to it, you know what I'm saying? Got a little crip walk to it, or whatever the case may be. We're gonna open it up a little bit more though. Just a little bit more. Yeah. So the bass is basically that part of the song, or the foundation of the song was basically that's where you get that crip walk. I can't crip walk, don't want to, I don't want no problems. But it basically that's the found that's the foundation of the track. You know what I'm saying? The bass line. You got to get that right. You know what I'm saying? You can't really fuck around with that. Just like I can't fuck around crip walking. I don't want nobody coming. I don't want no problems. You feel me? I'm just using that as an analogy. You know what I'm saying? Disclaimer right there. But you know what I'm saying? Got to get the bass line right. Because it made the mix a little bit lopsided. Because we had that long bass sound with the reverb and whatnot. So we just used the gate to kind of clean it up a little bit. Now I could have used this other little situation called deverb, but the deverb is only gonna reduce that bass. But we could try it out. Let me see something here. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of ways you can skin the cat, or whatnot. Let's see. Where is that? Goddamn. There we go. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta find it here. It was SPL. There it goes. All right, cool. So this is deverb right here. One of my staples I use damn near a lot. Whatnot. Now I got that gate turned off. Deverb is basically, all right. You hear that reverb, right? So basically, what it does is it reduces reverberation in your sound. All right. So all it is basically, to be honest with you, underneath the hood is a gate. That's basically what we did, but it has some technology that SPL does, and that's all it is. It's just really a gate that's really kind of cutting off the tail end of the sound. But everything is kind of like automated. So let's see which one sounds good. Shit, it don't matter. All right. That one sounds better. Shit, I should have used it from the start. But you know how to do it manually with the gate. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I could just go in here, to be honest with you, and we can shorten up that situation right here a little bit more. But you basically, when you're doing it by manual, you're basically doing it, you know, you're giving a customization to the sound. Now that's tighter. That one just sounds a little bit more rhythmic. So we use the SPL, but I showed y'all how to do it manually with a gate. All right, cool. Let's go back and play that. Yeah, that is right there. This sound, it's got a slap. I'm trying to really think about what. I got a shitload bag of tricks, man. I'm having a brain for it right now. Let's see here. Let's see here. We don't need EQ. We don't need compression. We just need some. I know. Add a little bit of saturation to that, man. Add a little bit. That's what we need. So we're gonna do this. We'll go to mix box, and we're gonna use the good old T-Rex uh, saturator there, or the saturator X right here. This is definitely wake your drums up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It'll rise and shine, bitch. I like what that class. I like what that's doing. So I'm listening to the low end. I like what that's doing right there. We're gonna take that gain down a little bit. All right, and I'm gonna put a some type of need a volume amplitude type of plug in here. See what the fuck I can find in here, man. Distortion delay. Need something to just turn down the signal there. Let's do this. We'll go on the backside. Oh, you know what? We'll just parallel mix this. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, that's what we do. I'll drive it a little bit. That's what we're doing. There we go. And now what we're gonna do is use the dry wave mix knob. Yeah, let's do that. Put it in the mix. Yep. And still those drums sound like they're lopsided a little bit. Like they're not glued together. So we're going to put a little compression on there. I'm going to go with a SSL style. We're going to go to 1.5. I don't want to do too much compression. Sidechain filter, short release. There we go. Bringing that back right there. Just a little bit of squeeze. There we go. There we go. Let me see how it sounded before that. Oh, yeah, I like how it sounded after. All right, let's go ahead. Let's check this mix in mono, and I think we'll be good. Let's go back. Yeah. All right. We need to put some delays or reverbs on these whistles. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. Let's go ahead and add a little reverb there. Cut that out right there and cut that out. All right, let's do echo right here. All right, cool. I like that right there. Let's play that back in the mix. Yeah, that's it right there. Let's bring it out. Here we go in. Let's check that in mix just to make sure those whistles is not too much. A little bit too much. I hear it already. Here we go. All right, we hitting 75% on the PC, all right? And we still moving. All right, cool. All right. And I think that is it, man. I think I met my quota, bro. Let me check here real quick. Recent folders. Phil Jackson is already done. Yeah, we good, man. We caught up in everything tonight, man. All right, bet. So I got like 4 beats I need to upload on Beatstars and everything like that, man, and or whatnot, and to get busy. So if you watched it to this point, you watched this video to this point, man, I appreciate you. Or whatnot, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Anybody commenting, liking, viewing, and stuff like that, I appreciate you as always or whatnot, man. This is what you signed up for. Like if you're a producer, man, and you want to mix your beats, of course you can pay somebody else, but just think about how many beats you gotta, you know what I'm saying, pay. The average going price to mix something right now is between $30 to $40. If you use the service like Fiverr and stuff like that. So if you got 20 beats to do times $30, $40, you see what I'm saying? It might want to learn the craft or whatnot, but it's time you got to put into it. I tell people all the time, no matter what you do, there's some type of investment you're going to have to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be people you hang around, time, money, equipment, you know what I'm saying? Time from your job, days where you go off and you go fishing and stuff like that. You may have to cut that off if you really want to be successful in the stuff, whatnot, and really balance. That's another thing too. So you got to find balance. You got to find time to sleep. You got to find time to do this, that, and the third, or whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? It just comes second nature. It's something that you can't teach. You can't ask nobody else. It's something that you got to find out for yourself. And you know what I'm saying? Understand how to make sense of it and whatnot, man. So let's see, we're a little bit over 2 hour mark on whatnot. Half the time I was talking anyway, but you know what I'm saying, we'll do more of this. I got more beats to mix down anyway, and I hadn't did like a mixing situation in a while, so pretty good for the channel or whatnot. So that's what that was right there, man. Again, you know, I appreciate everyone tuning in, watching, peeping in, seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying, subscribing, you know what I'm saying, as well, man. Appreciate you, man. Without interaction, you know what I'm saying, YouTube, the community itself wouldn't be where it's at right now, man. So for everyone out there that utilize YouTube, check out things or whatnot, man, we appreciate you and stuff like that, man. And hopefully you learn something on here on this channel as well, or whatnot. If you got any questions, man, you know what I'm saying, feel free to reach me at any time or whatnot. If you feel like you want your stuff to get mixed down or whatnot, you can always you know what I'm saying, reach out to me on Fiverr and stuff like that. I'm on Fiverr. I do a lot of mixing projects there and stuff like that. So reach out to me on Fiverr if you need help, got questions. You know what I'm saying, that's my exclusive site, you know what I'm saying. So see that link I got it also in the description. You know what I'm saying? If you got questions about mixing, you want mixing help, you want me to show you how to work Ableton Live, work Studio One, help you understand EQ, compression, you know what I'm saying? Anything that'll help you be better in your production or your mixing or your music career and stuff like that, reach out to me on Fiverr, man. That's the only way you're gonna reach me and stuff like that, man. So you know, I get questions all the time, all the goddamn time, and I always have an answer. And if I can't get that answer, I'll try to point you in the right direction, so you can have that answer as well and stuff like that. We're gonna get up out of here and stuff like that. Again, I appreciate everyone tuning into this stream and stuff like that. And again, you know what I'm saying? You know how to work that YouTube app. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Always check out the website, JCS Productions, you know what I'm saying? These 2 beats that you saw tonight, yeah, they're going to be uploaded here for the weekend. So next week, go ahead and check that out on JCS Productions as well. And that's another way you can kind of get in tune with me if you need any type of mixing services as well. And also beats too and stuff like that, man. If you like the beat and everything like that, feel free to hit me up. And you know what I'm saying? We can talk, do a little negotiations, non-exclusive or exclusive, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, that album, Battle Tested, is out. My album, yes, Battle Tested. I got a music thing out and stuff like that. Go check it out on all digital streaming platforms. And I'm going to try to get that album here on YouTube. Just want to make sure that YouTube don't try to block that whole motherfucking video. Because I'm going to have to tell them, bitch, I own the music or whatnot. I've been waiting on that moment right there, man. But we'll let them know or whatnot, man. And again, I appreciate everyone out there doing y'all thing, man. Stay creative, number one. You know what I'm saying? Stay creative. Like I said in this whole video, stay creative, number one. Find you a doll that's gonna help you out tremendously. Because if you find that doll that's gonna help you out, whether it be Fruity Loops, goddamn motherfucking beat maker on your iOS platform, whatever you find that works for you, learn that motherfucker. That way when you creating, you mixing, you vibing, you not worried about am I doing this or that the right or wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You just do and you enjoy what you do, and stuff like that. And always, if you have the ability to, check your mixes in mono. Even when you're making beats, check your beats in mono, because sometimes you may have that one sound that's too loud and you need to turn that motherfucker down. Mono will let you know it's a no-no. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the way to go on that. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. And y'all be easy out there, man. For real. Stay safe out there, man. The world is a crazy place, man. You know what I'm saying? So keep your head on a swivel and shit like that, man. Don't get beat up by no middle schoolers. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, man, we're going to get the fuck up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all again for all the things y'all do here on this channel. And like I said, man, it's been truly a blessing for y'all to check out this channel or whatnot, man. We're going to get up out of here, get some sleep and everything like that, man. Stay on your hustle. Stay on your grind. Keep God first. And we up out of here, man. Y'all be easy, bro. Peace.